Hello friends, this is Dr. Antoine, your coaching data analysis using R tool. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can perform text analysis or text mining. As you can see, we are moving from quantitative and qualitative data analysis to text analysis. Generally, when you are making text analysis or text mining, you want to compare documents or you want to analyze correlation between words, or you want to classify documents together by topics. For instance, when you are in a library or when you are making text analysis, you can make visualization of frequent words, or you can just analyze the words used, or you can choose document in literature review based on similar document, or you can make text analysis or text mining when you are analyzing sentiment or opinion in your document or in your comments. Okay friends, now we are going to make this presentation using a document related to impact of alcohol on health, and I'm going to show you how you can make sentiment analysis when you have documents and you want to see some opinion or some sentiment expressed in the document. Now, to perform the analysis, we need some packages, like for instance these PDF tools, which allows us to make analysis on PDF documents. And we need also this package, which is TM, which allows us to make text mining, and so on. You know, if you don't have any package, you have to install the package, and when you want to install the package, you click on packages, then you click on install, and you write the name of the package, and then you are going to click on install. Okay friends, as I told you, when you do not have package, you have to install, and you click on packages, then you write the name of package, and then you click on install. For instance, I can like PDF tools like this, and you can see here this package PDF tools, and then you click on install. But I have already installed this package, I do not need to install it again. Now friends, now I'm going to import my data, which are all my files which are in our project. You must have all your documents in our project if you want to use this command. Otherwise, you know how to import your data. This command allows us to create vectors of PDF files names which you want to import. These commands. Now the second command, this one you see here, allows us to download files which are in our project. These commands. This command allows us to see how many files we have loaded. This command. Now, as you can see here, friends, we have only one PDF document which is related to alcohol. Now, the next command this command you see here allows us to investigate the number of pages by each document, if you have many documents. Now, as you can see here, we have one document and 5 pages. Sorry. Yeah, this command here allows us to create what we call corpus. And the following commands allows us to clean our documents that we want to analyze. This command here allows us to change from capital letter to small letter. The next command here allows us to remove numbers in our documents if we have many documents, and this command allows us to remove what we call stop words. Here we are working on a document which is in English. That's why I have to specify whether I'm going to remove the stop words English, or it may be in French or in any other language, because in any language have what we call stop words. This command allows us to remove the punctuation, and this command allows us to remove the white space. And I learned this command that I'm cleaning our data. our text or document. I'm cleaning our documents, but in this case I have only one document, because, well, as I told you, when you are working in data, when you are making data mining or text analysis, you can compare many documents, but here in this case I'm working on only one document. I'm going to create what we call document term matrix. Document term matrix, this comment. With this command, I can see how many terms I have in our document term matrix. As you can see here, friends, we have 663 terms. It is positive that indicate how many zeros we have in your document. As you can see, I have 0% of sparsity, and we have the maximum term length of 48. Okay, friends, let's show you how you can make a visualization of text. Now you remember this command is just to clean our data sets or our files or documents. Now this command can allow you to see the first line up to 10 lines, and as you can see here, we found these terms. We can also see terms which are in lines 11 to 20. This is the command to inspect those terms. These are the terms used between 11 and 20 lines. And we can also analyze the most used terms with these comments. Here I want to see terms which were used at minimum 10 times. These comments, look, friends, I can see those words which were used at minimum 10 times, but I can change this number. I can, for instance, consider 5 times. When I use the frequency, we will have many words or many terms here. As you can see here, friends, let's show you. Now you see how we have 34 terms, but when I increase this number, this means these terms will reduce. When I use, for instance, 15, you will see here the number will be reduced of terms. You see we have only 2 terms which were used at minimum 15 times. Now let's move forward, friends, and now let's make a matrix of used terms. Here I consider only 10 terms, but I can also consider, for instance, 8 times. Terms with weight. Here I'm calculating terms which were used at minimum 8 times. I can consider 5, 10, 20, and so on. Let's make this matrix, because I'm going to make a visualization. Now, friends, let's convert this document, this matrix, in matrix documents. This is the comments. Let's run these comments. Because I want to make a visualization, I can just see what is the result of these comments. Now you see those terms here. Now I'm going just to sort these terms. This is the comments, and now I'm going to make a data frame, and you will see what is the result of you see the comment here. You will see now you see here, friends, the data frame. We have terms and frequency, and I'm going to make a plot of the first 10 terms here. This is the comment, this is data frame, this data frame we created, and I want just to make a plot of the first 10 terms. You see here, we begin at risk. Yeah, let's just increase the size of this. You see here, friends, this is the bar plot, the plot of the 10 most usually this plot indicates 10 terms which were used, but I can increase if I want. Here, for instance, I can say I want the first 15 for instance. When I run this command, this number will increase. Now you see here, friends. Let's just increase the size, because now I made a prompt of 15 words, terms, sorry. But when you see now, let's consider only just 10. It is the best. And let's now use word cloud. Let's show you how you can make word cloud of words when you want to make a visualization of your words. And when, as I said, when you are analyzing text, or when you are making text mining, you need also to visualize the words according to their frequencies. And this is the command, this is the library that we have to use, word cloud. Let's run this library. And this set seed allows me to have same graphic. When I do it again, this, you see, this is our data frame, and we consider words and frequency. And here minimum frequency, this is the minimum frequency of each word that I would consider. I can increase, change this number, and this is the maximum words that I want to visualize, and this is the rotation of words, and this is the size of words, and this is the color. Let's run this command and you will see the result, friends. This is the visualization of our document based on the frequency of words. As the word it is frequent, the size will increase. Now you see the first word, which was frequently used, is the consumption, risk, rehem, health, and so on. Let's show you how you can also make another visualization. Here I'm going to change. Here I consider, here you see I consider only 5 times, and I consider words which were used at minimum 5 times. But here let's show you it. Let's consider only those terms which were used at minimum 10 times. Now you see here, this is the comment. It's the same comment, only I changed. This is the same comment, but I changed only this side on comment. Sorry, on a minimum frequency here. I changed only minimum frequency. As you can see here, you see now the number has reduced because I consider terms which were used at minimum 10 times. But in the first graphic, I consider terms which were used at minimum 5 times. Now that as I increase the frequency, the words reduce. Now let's show you another way of plotting, and I change this color. Now as you can see here, color here it is rainbow, but here you can see the color dark. Now let's plot it, friends. You will see the difference in terms of color. Let's increase the size. Now you can see here how it looks like. This is the visualization using rainbow color. Let's continue with the presentation. The next step is to change this term document in TD, which means we are going to make a table indicating each document, term, and frequency of each term. This is the command. Now we can view here with this command. You can view. You can see the document, term, and the frequencies. Here the document here indicate the number of the document. For instance, when we have 2 documents or 3 or 5, you will see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But here we have only 1 document. This is the term, and this is the frequency or the account. For instance, this absolute was used 1 time, absolute 4 times, abstain 1 time, access 2 times, account 1 time, across 2 times, adduct 4 times. This is the analysis. For instance, when you have many documents, you will see other documents, how many times each term was used. Okay, now I'm going to, as you can see, we have seen words which were used in our document, and you can now process on sentiment analysis. When you want to perform sentiment analysis, there are 3 ways of analyzing sentiment analysis. You can use what we call lexicons. We have this affin lexicon. When you use this affin lexicon, each word would be a size number between -5 and -5 to +5. And when you have negative number, that means the term has negative opinion or sentiment. And when you have positive word, that means the word expresses positive sentiment or opinion. Let's learn this comment and you will see what I'm explaining. Look, for instance, each word will have number, will be assigned number. For instance, this one active, you see value is 1. Beta value is 2, burden -2, cancer -1, chance 2, death -2. And as I told, when you use this one, this means when you have negative values, this means negative opinion or sentiment. And you can calculate, for instance, the mean of these values. For instance, when you found that the mean is negative, that means in general the expressed opinion or sentiment, the sentiment are negative. As you can see here, the mean of these values is negative. That means in this document, the most in this document we have negative opinion or sentiment, negative sentiments. We can use also this lexicon being. When you use being lexicon, in front of each word you will have positive with each word or each term. When you use being lexicon, each term will be qualified as positive or negative. Remember, in the previous lexicon, affin, each word was assigned number between -5 and +5. But in this lexicon being, each word will be qualified whether it is positive or it is negative, whether it is positive or negative. Now let's learn these comments and you will see what I'm talking about. Okay, friends, now as you can see here, adverse has negative, it was qualified negative, beta is positive, burden negative, cancer negative, and so on. As you can see, each word was qualified whether it is positive or negative. Let's view the results and you will see for each word, as you can see here, friends. Adverse negative, beta positive, burden negative, cancer negative, chronic negative. Okay, this is another way of analyzing sentiment. There is another way of analyzing sentiment, which is NRC. NRC, what it does, classify each word we using many adverbs like sadness, anger, fear, etc. When you want to use this analysis, you have to have this library, you have to install this library, and then you have to change your document in character. You have to, this is the comments, and the comment to get a sentiment is this one, this comment. I just learn this comment. To get a clear understanding of the result, let's combine the original text and the result of sentiment analysis. with this comment, and then we can view the result, and you will understand how this works. Now, as you can see here, friends, we have original terms, and this is the classification in anger, anticipation, disgust, fear, joy, sadness, surprise, trust, and negative, positive. As you can see here, friends, for instance, the second word term was considered, the second term absolute was considered as positive. But when you look, for instance, this one was trust. This term is, let me see, this term which was considered as trust. This one, sorry. For instance, this one account was considered as trust. Adverse, for instance, was classified as anger. It was also classified as disgust and fear, and so on. You can see main terms which are classified. This one, for instance, adverse is considered as a negative. Let's continue. And so on. You see this term, for instance, this alcohol was considered as sadness, fear, and disgust, so on and so forth. Okay, friends, now you see how you can make some analysis on text. If you want to analyze, if you want to see, for instance, words which are frequently used. For instance, when you want to choose, for instance, when you want to find, for instance, here, when you want to find, for instance, keywords, for instance, when you want to find keywords in your document, you use these comments. For instance, here you can, when you increase this comment, for instance, when you see here we have 11 words, but when I increase and say 15 words frequency, now you will see now the words will be reduced. Words which occurred at minimum 50 times are alcohol, risk, and consumption. When I reduce the number, here, for instance, when I indicate 5 times minimum, you will see now these words will increase. Okay, now you see here, friends, words have increased. Now we have 45. Okay, friends, this is how you can make your text analysis or text mining when you want to analyze your text. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. For next video, bye.